So back to spiritual mapping. I did not study this in any way, shape, or form. I was just asking Lord I heard about spiritual mapping, and I heard people say that in order to take a city for Jesus, you have to have a spiritual map and understand how the enemy took the city in the first place. So he told me about the first and foremost the blood, the murder, the blood covenant, and then covenant contract. They write up like treaties between the white man, the Indians, or the city officials and whatever establish the cities, but they're based on death. Goes all the way back to Genesis where Cain murdered his brother Abel, and God says the blood cries out from the ground. So some of these areas, like in different states, there's been so much war and so much murder, but that's not necessarily where the jurisdiction is, where death is established, because it's established through covenants, contracts, ritual. Now, Jesus is going to erase all this. So in the book of Genesis, even Adam took part of the tree of knowledge of good and evil instead of the tree of life. Now, Jesus is the tree of life. He's the fruit that God put back on the tree, a sign of the cross, in order for our redemption. So when the man stuck the spear in his side, out come water and a little bit of blood. So Florida's first for birthing the revival, and we're talking about revival that will go all over the earth. So Texas is like, if you look at the horse nation as the Indians were looking at it and drew the lines, the udder or the belly of the horse would be Texas. So Texas and Florida have a dual purpose. Now Florida's first, and what people don't understand is it's the people and the land, working together, the body of Christ. So even though we can do all these spiritual maps, it won't do us any good without the body of Christ working together in unison with Jesus himself. So Jesus showed me all this and had me write it out, and he had me look at the maps. So I did not study any maps. I just asked him. So in the spirit, he took me to California, took me to New York, took me to Michigan, took me to Illinois, took me to South Carolina, and all over Florida. So once we get his will be done, thy kingdom come, his will be done in the people in Florida first, then the revival will proceed in the people all over the nation and will proceed around the world. Now this is very big on a massive scale, but then you got to also remember that God is big. God is real. And, I'll do another video trying to explain about the timeline again, how Jesus literally stepped out of eternity into this time that we call temporal time. Now, when they fell into time, this is a fragmented time. So the lies, everything went corrupt. Now, Jesus showed us the way back. The flaming swords keeping the way to the tree of life. They're keeping the way lit, the path lit to the tree of life, which now manifested as Jesus 2,000 years ago. So in order to take it back, you must understand the fall. So like I said, when the timeline broke, the time was corrupt, spinning out of control, the lies and the liars. Now when Jesus was hung on the cross, birthed the body of Christ, Jesus could have taken the whole world then. But because we are a body, it's not a one-man show, it's not a dictatorship. We the people, we are the body. And that's another thing about the United States of America. We the people, we God's people. One nation under God. Tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help us God. So this is, I'll make another video shortly. Thank you.